Let's now shift focus to India. The country has recorded 2 grim milestones in the last 2 days or so. For the first time since the beginning of this outbreak in India, more than 10,000 new cases of COVID-19 were reported over a 24-hour period. This massive surge was accompanied by a record daily death toll of 396. India is now on the cusp of crossing 300,000 cases of COVID-19. Only the United States, Brazil and Russia have more COVID-19 cases than India. Close to 8,500 people have now lost their lives to this deadly infection in the country. And to put the last 2 days' numbers into perspective, 57 people tested positive for COVID-19 every single hour on Thursday. And now that is almost 7 people per minute. And 17 patients died every 60 minutes across India. These figures come at a time when India is exiting its lockdown step by step across different phases. The COVID-19 recovery rate was, however, improving, though marginally. It now stands at just over 49%. This means that almost half of all Indians who contract this virus recover from it. The big worry at the moment is the trajectory of the outbreak in India. Take a look at India's COVID-19 data from the last 5 days or so. From the 7th of June to the 11th of June, the daily surge was hovering around 10,000 cases, but it never reached the 10,000 mark. What we've seen in the last 2 days is a massive explosion of cases, and the daily death toll is now showing a steady rise. From 206 deaths on the 8th of June, it increased to 274 deaths on the 10th and 357 deaths on the 11th of June. If the current trend holds, India could see an upwards of 400 deaths in the next 24 hours. We will, of course, get you the updated figures once they are released today. 7 states have witnessed a sudden surge in COVID-19 cases over the last 10 days. These include the states of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Delhi, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, as well as Uttar Pradesh. The state of Maharashtra, in fact, remains the biggest hotspot in India as of now. It accounts for almost 42% of India's total deaths and around 32% of the total confirmed COVID-19 cases. The national capital, Delhi, is recording more than 1,000 cases every single day. Haryana's caseload has grown threefold in the last 10 days, and Jammu and Kashmir's caseload has doubled over the same period. A couple of weeks back, there were only 3 states with more than 10,000 cases, and that number has now gone up to 7 states. A worrying trend is developing in India's most populous state, which is Uttar Pradesh. Since the beginning of this month, UP has recorded 120 deaths compared to 200 deaths in the first 3 months of the outbreak. It is now the 5th most affected state in India. In UP, the government has been implementing a staggered exit from the national lockdown. Restaurants are operating at 50% capacity, and places of worship have also been opened in non-containment zones. In Maharashtra, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has warned that the lockdown will be reimposed if the infection spikes yet again. Currently, there is a night curfew in place, but businesses are reopening with limited capacity and strict social distancing norms in place. Down south in Tamil Nadu, the government has decided to partially restart public transport, and standalone shops have been permitted to operate at 50% capacity. Malls and theatres, however, will remain closed. Hotels have been asked to service only the police and medical professionals or serve as quarantine centres. In the capital, New Delhi, malls, restaurants and places of worship have now reopened. Strict social distancing guidelines are in place, and the capacity of these open places have been limited to only 50%.